Totally. Oh my gosh, I could talk for hours about rest, and I will totally chalk it up to just like genetics or the way that I am. I have always, ever since I was a child, I have never struggled with sleeping, and I am so thankful to have a healthy relationship with sleeping. I was one of those kids, my mom could say like go to bed at like 8 or 8:30, and I would gladly march off and go to sleep. As a student, I was one who would always, it's like, it's not worth it to stay up and do homework. It's not worth it to stay up and do, all night studying, because I found my performance failed if I didn't get enough sleep. Even now, I will gladly turn down events with other people if it's after a certain time. I value my sleep so much. And I'm a big proponent of the power nap too, Emma. That helped me get through school a lot. When I was working really long days, they'd start at 6 in the morning, they'd go until 10 or 10:30 in the evening, and I'd be so exhausted. And I'm like, I looked forward to that 20-minute power nap every afternoon. So good.
Yes. And like for me, it took a long time to accept that napping was okay, because I felt like if I wasn't awake and like doing stuff, but to be honest, I would be so tired that me being awake is not being productive anyways. So it's better for your health to give yourself, if you have the time and availability, to take a 23-minute nap.
Absolutely.
Definitely recommend scheduling that in your day. But yeah, like you said, it's definitely important. I didn't realize the importance of sleep until I started working with Exos, if I'm being entirely honest. I've always been very good at sleeping. I value my sleep. I am now at the age where I do not like to go out and like past a certain time. Love it. I really love my evenings at home. I have a guilty pleasure of like buying books that I don't finish, because I actually for Christmas got like this really cool bookshelf that it like has like, it's really cute. It's like skinny, and then it has like the little shelves like this. So it looks like your books are floating.
Very cute.
But have I finished any of the books on there? No. So that's what I try to do at night. I try to read and then I fall asleep after like one page.
I am a huge reader myself. I wish I could keep track of all the books that I've read since March of 2020. I've read so many books. It's definitely over 50. It's probably closer to 75, but I love reading, and I read every night, Emma. I'm the same way though. Is like, sometimes, because it's part of my what we call sleep hygiene and like my nighttime routine, is that sometimes reading will put me to sleep, and then other times it's so stimulating that it will throw off my sleep cycle, because I will stay up reading for like an hour or longer, especially if I'm towards the end of the book. There is something that like clicks in my brain that it's like, oh, you've only got 50 pages left. I want you to stay up for the next hour and finish reading these 50 pages. My brain will just do it, even though I'm like, I'm going to feel terrible tomorrow. But sometimes I can also just get through like a page or two and the book is falling on my face. Like, I'm so tired. But I try to read every night.
I think my problem is I buy books that are educational. I don't buy fictional fun books, which I think I should. Because then I'm like always stimulated, I'm learning, and I need to be better. So if anybody has any book recommendations, please let your girl know, that are not educational, because I have enough of those that I have not finished.
We should swap libraries, because mine is all fiction, all like fantasy, sci-fi, mystery, military history, romance novels. I like a little bit of everything. I am really bad about nonfiction. So
gosh.
even educational books, I can't read educational books at night. I have to think of them as like study materials. So like I need to do it while I'm awake. So I try to put those books in the morning when I'm like, okay, this is part of my, like, I have part of my workday, part of my routine. Like, I need to absorb this material. It's not part of my nighttime routine. But we should fully swap libraries.
Let's have a book exchange, honestly.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
I was actually talking with another Exos coach about having a book club. So
that'd be wonderful. We should totally start one.
Yeah, I have recently been obsessed with this guy. His name's Ross Edgley, and he's a exercise physiologist, and he's like a strongman, and he does all these crazy things, and he documents them in his books. So he swam around Great Britain, and it took him 175 days, I believe. He was at sea swimming.
Whoa.
And he had like a whole crew. So I read that book, and then obviously I had to read the next book, and he did like a triathlon where he had a tree hooked to his back, like 100-pound tree. Maybe it was 100 pounds, I don't know. But he swam, biked, and ran a full triathlon with a tree. Yeah. So I really enjoy that. And he talks about how to train for this stuff and like be a resilient human. And it's actually pretty practical. So it's cool. I take bits and pieces, and I think one small other rabbit hole we can go down is all the little facets of like systems out there and all the information. It's cool to like get pieces and then bring it into your own entity. Like, oh, I like this concept, I'm gonna try that out. That one, like from a different system, and like over and like whatever principles, and use that. And I think that's so cool about what the industry that we're in is. I don't want to say this, like the limit doesn't exist. Like there's so many ways to be a good coach. So yeah.
There's a really good analogy for those of you who are watching or listening. There's an analogy that we frequently use. We call it, in our trade, we have a toolbox. And so think of it like Emma said, all those systems are different tools in our toolbox. And so every system serves a purpose, but it may not fit every job. So that's why it's so important having like education and staying on top of the things that are changing in the industry. Think about going to like Home Depot or Lowe's. Do you know how many tools like they have possible and how many like unique and odd jobs that they do? It's the same thing for us, is that there are so many different systems, so many different implements. There are so many ways that we can apply these tools into training for ourselves or for you guys. So it makes a huge difference. And there is so much out there that it's hard to stay on top of. But the other thing, like you pointed out, is that we find what we like. And so some of it is stuff that we really like. And then some of it is just like, I may not really like it, but this is perfect for Emma because she really needs this. And I know that that's going to be a good tool for her. So it goes both ways. It's really nice to have. The more tools you have, it can definitely be overwhelming sometimes, but again, more tools just means more options, more solutions. So
I love the Home Depot analogy. That was brilliant. And then to piggyback off of that a little bit more, like there's different brands of the same tool. So it's kind of the same thing within the fitness industry. It's like similar concepts, different brand. And I think others, like at the end of the day, you strip everything away from all the systems. They most likely have like a similar structure. It's just their own little flair on it and their own take.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So like you said, we're constantly learning, we're constantly evolving, and good coaches continue to take new information in, and they evolve with the information and the person in front of them, rather than staying in the past and, not changing, not being open to a growth mindset. I think that's important in anything we do in life, is staying current with being educated, but then picking and choosing, what we believe, like what our beliefs are, staying true to that. That's my little spiel.
I think we could even give a shout out to like our clients and members. So, if we go in the same vein, the same analogy, when you come to us with like an issue, so you present a job to us, and so it keeps us on our toes. It's a lot of times makes us think out of the box. So we have to, you know, if I can't use a hammer for this job, what can I use? Can I use a screwdriver? Can I use a wrench? You know, do I need to go something even deeper, something more unique or specialized? So we thank you guys for constantly pushing us and making us better. We learn so much from you. Or if we don't have the tools, you inspire us to go out and get the tools. So
Yeah.
we give a huge shout out to you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Thinking about it, I would never know anything I know now without, you, like everybody that I've worked with and my clients. It's unfortunately that's the only way you learn. And so in the beginning, you're just like so overwhelmed, and it never really ends, but it becomes more fun because it's like, oh, I have to like figure this out in a unique way. And I love doing that now. I love thinking out of the box. I love being able to use my creative mind. Because I never thought it was like that before I actually started working here. So it's fun and we enjoy it. And we're all here because we love what we do. And I'm very grateful every single day I get to do what I love. So grateful because I never thought I would end up doing that. So yeah.
Can't say it enough. Keep preaching, girl. Keep preaching.
Girl, I will, Oh, wow. Well, Mary, do you want to close us out with any regards?
Sure. So first, I would like to say that even though it has only been a couple of weeks, I absolutely love my new coworkers, my new team, Power Up Fitness. You guys are so great, and I am looking forward to spending so much more time with you guys, learning from you guys. To our members, you guys are wonderful. I am still trying to learn everybody and figure out who's who and what kind of dynamics and relationships we can build. I know some of that is a little difficult virtually, but I have high hopes that we will all return to office at some point, and just looking forward to that time that we can be together. I would also like to say, of everything that we spoke about today, I feel like your biggest takeaways are a couple of things. One, simple things done savagely well, and it takes what it takes. So I feel like those two nuggets are the biggest things that you could take away from today's podcast episode, is that it is really the day in and day out efforts that stack up and deliver results. And just know that every time that you do something, it is still working forward.
Yeah.
You need to just take your time. Don't beat yourself up. And if you do feel like you need to beat yourself up, come to one of us. We will set you straight and we will help you through it. We will do whatever we can to support you so that you aren't beating yourself up. Okay. We want you to succeed. We want you to succeed in every way that we can help you to. But this has been a wonderful session, and I so look forward to the next time we can do another one.
Oh, thank you for being here, Mary. I'm very excited to actually have a bike buddy now. So I know some trails in North Carolina, so I'll take you on them.
Oh yes, thank goodness. I'll be so excited.
I need more bike friends and outdoor activity friends. So I just appreciate everything you've come here with today, and you have such a beautiful way with words, and I think all the members can appreciate what you have to say. I know I absolutely do, and I think we're very similar in a lot of ways, and I'm very happy to have you here. So thank you for sharing your light with us.
You guys are so welcome. Any way that I can, I will try to do that, and I'm just ready to learn, ready to take in the energy that you guys put out. So it's so exciting. It's going to be happening.
It's happening now.
Yes.
All right. See you later, everybody.